even so since you for all the people. Why in the sense, if you prepare for the research aptitude for the paper one, the same thing may be coming to the paper two also. Therefore, you can concentrate. I request, please don't be annotate. The participants, please kindly keep a um, this kind of meetings etiquettes properly. Kiran Nayak, please. I request you, Kiran Nayak, to be don't use any kind of annotates from your end, please. Okay. Yes. Now, just I'm going to be highlight which are the topic which is be covered in the research aptitude. I just giving us some glimpses. The same thing you can find it from the Usenet paper. I mean things also. No issue, Kiran, no issue. So in this case, you can find out this the topic first one is the research, and there they're talking about meaning, types, and characteristics. And the main thing, the focus in positivism and positive approach. And these are the things part of the first topic. The second topic, hope my voice is audible to all of you. The second one, please, I request all the participants kindly mute your end. Kindly mute your end. Yes. Hope my voice is audible to all of you. Hope I'm audible now.
Yes, yes.
Okay, please. Okay, 1 minute. And just to clear all my all the drawings of the yes. Now you can see this. The first part is methods of research. The second portion, they're talking about experimental method, descriptive, historical, and qualitative and quantitative research. These are things I'm going to be covered as part of my presentation. And after this, there is a topic which is covered in the Usenet papers called steps of research. There is some steps we have to follow a sequential order while doing the research. The same thing we discuss here. And they do the part of our unit one, unit two, they highlighted the format and styles of referencing. There we know that different format referencing is there, like APA format, MLE, Chicago manual, IEEE, like there's plenty of format of styles of referencing. These are things as we are going to discuss. And some of the applications related to the ICT in education. Basically, when you think about the ICT application, the research, we can divide it into three ways. One is called before the data analysis, during the data analysis, and after the data analysis. Like this, we will divide the three aspects. So the same thing we will go to discussing now, and research ethics. So these are the portions covered in the unit 2 of the research aptitude. It's a very simple topic, and good thing that if you prepare for paper 1, the same thing might useful for in paper 2. Now, because the paper 2 default your research methodology might be there, even it may be a most of people might be a social science research or human research. More or less, the research methodology will take the same. So I request all to concentrate on the research aptitude area. If you concentrate this area, it might automatically helping for your paper too also. And just I'm going to brief before going to deeply about the discussion about the paper 1 of unit 2. I'm just going to give this some of the insight about the different question types, because I have the habit to explore all the question types of the first 5 years of question paper. From this, I understood that there is yes, 6 kinds of questions might come the examination. One is called simple MCQ, like there will be options, there will be question, there's a 4 options. They may ask like this, like a simple MCQ, like there will be a 1 question and 4 options. And the other questions type is a double statement, like statement 1 and statement 2. We need to identify whether statement 1 is true or statement 1 is true. Statement 1 is true, statement 2 is false. Statement 1 is false, statement 2 is true. Like this, we need to identify which statement is true or false. So like this, there is another set of questions maybe come with this. And the other one is called multiple statement questions. For example, they given a question, there is a 4 or 5 options. In down, there is an option. For example, which are the following characteristics of the research? They list out some of the characteristics. In down, they're asking their option what? Option A, B, C, option A, B, D, option A, C, D. Like this, based on the above options, they will give some more options also. That's called multiple statement question. And there is a match the following question, that also you know this. And there is an order. Sometimes it's like a sequential, like a step-by-step one, like a phase-based question. Some kind of sequential order-based question may come. Particularly in the case of research phases, they may ask this kind of questions. And the last set of questions called assessment reasons. You know that assessment reasons nothing but they given the assessments. We need to identify the reasons which is given by given for the assessments true or false, whether it will be relevant to this. This is the way we have to cross check the questions. Therefore, there is a 6 types of questions. All they use in it paper examinations. And Gauri, please don't be annotate. And the other thing is that the 6 questions, these are 6 questions. The same similar kind of 6 questions only you can find it from the paper two also. It is not only for the UGC net for the paper two, paper one for the unit two only. For the entire unit, they may ask this kind of questions. Therefore, there is a 6 type of question. If you want to know about how these questions will comes in the examination, and just sharing this link also, it might helping you for exploring the things, and just sharing this link for you. This is a link. We can find out the different question format, and just sharing the link for all the participants. If possible, kindly click the link and check it the visibility of the question, like that format of the questions. Yes. Yeah. The meeting is recorded. Don't worry. I'm just sharing this for the entire people. Uh, what is the age limit of this exam? There is no age limit, Ravichandran, for the UseNet examination. For the JRF, there is an age limit. For the UseNet category 2 and category 3, there is no age limit. Okay, there is no age limit for that. Okay, so hope you are getting this. Yeah, I'm just sharing this link once again. Please, if possible, kindly click the link and explore that particular question types, and you can just start and give your name and join this. Okay, it will be recorded, don't worry. Okay, and this is simple MCQ format. Please kindly look onto this. Like there is a question, there is a 4 options, right? And there is an order sequence question. There will be a question. There is an order A, B, C, D, and we need to identify the specific order. Okay, we need to find out the correct order of this. And the third questions type is the match the following, the match the following. Um, so this is you can find out from the match the following. There is a four questions. The right is the 4 options. AK, I will give this answer the end of the presentation. So you can ask all your questions the end of the presentation. Okay, you can concentrate the presentation now. The question sections we have the end of the session, please. That time you can ask a number of questions. Okay. And examples of nominal measures. This is a way the questions may come for this format, like multiple statement question. You can see what is a multiple statement question. The questions option, the question, then there is an option. Down there is some different options also based on the above options. The other one is called double statement question, like a statement one, statement two. And we need to identify whether the both the statements true or the one statement true or the other statement false. This is the way you need to find out this. Please, I request all to consider the presentations and don't discuss in the chat box. We will discuss the end of this presentation, don't worry. There is an assumptions and reasons questions. There is an assumptions and reasons. Uh, Naveen, please kindly mute Naveen. Naveen, Naveen, please kindly mute your end. Rajkumar, you can mute only the participants because sometime I could not know whether you muted or not. Okay. Assess and reasons questions. And there is the assertions, then reasons. We need to identify whether the assertion is true and parallelly the reasons is the correct explanation of the assertion. Like this way we need to identify. Hope you are getting this, the different types of questions. There's a 6 types of questions as part of the UGC. Hope you are having any, hope you don't have any doubts. If you don't have doubts, you can type D in the chat box, N in the chat box. If you don't have doubts, you can type no in the chat box. If you have any specific doubts related to this portion, please kindly ask me now. We have any doubts about the different sets of question types? This way, the use NET examination question maybe comes like a simple MCQ, double statement questions, and multiple statement match the following order questions. I already shared this link. One second, I'm share the link. Kindly explore the question forward. It may be helping for to explore further about the questions types. Yes, and there is another set of question I like to share you. This particular question bank, it's consist of 75 questions. I request all to click this, and whenever you are the free, you have to respond this question. Sorry for this. There is a error in this link. 1 minute. I'm just sharing this exact link. Yeah, this is a link I'm just sharing to all of you. When you click this link and find out the 78%, this is the same questions only we are going to discuss one by one. During my presentation also, I'm just going to give you some insights about what may be correct answer, in what way we have to be approach these questions during the examination. These are things I'm going to give you some insights. I'm just going to connect both content as well as the question answer session also, right? Yes, the first portions, meaning of research. These are the basic understanding, the what is called research and all. That's the reason I'm not concentrating more on this. I'm just going to the more questions possibility area. That area I'm going to concentrate. Before that, I'm just giving small insights about the research. Then after that, I'm just going to highlight some other portions also. The term research includes two words that the research and re-significance again and search significance discourse. These are the basic understanding, this. But this is a casual definition. Automatically, you must know that the basic understanding of research. Research is like a systematic process. So sometimes you can find this kind of characteristics of the somewhere. Research means it's like a systematic process. Everything we need to do some kind of order. Okay, we cannot be violate this order and all. Right, there will be sequence, there will be systematic order and all. That is the reason they put as research is a procedure of steps. So we cannot violate this procedure. There will be a specific procedure of steps used to gather and analyze information. Basically, the research we are collect the data. After collecting the data, we are analyzing the information. We are interpreting the data, and purpose that to increase our understanding of the particular topic or issues. So this is a definition given by the Creswell. Hope you understand the definition of the research term. The Creswell definition is that it is like a systematic procedure of steps used to gather informations as well as analyze informations. The purpose to increase our understanding of the particular topic or issues. And just moving to the these are some other technical terms related to the research. And here I'm just highlighting some of the key terms related to the research also. This might be useful for you. I'm just going to highlight the two things for you. 1 minute, okay? Yeah. So the research is a detailed and carefully studied something, okay? So here the research or any kind of research, it will be a very detailed study or careful study about something, or to find out something, or to find out the information about something. So this way is going to lead us. So please, I request all to don't do any kind of annotate, please. So keep this virtual meeting decorum properly. Yes. If you have doubts, kindly ask in the chat box. I'm responding the chat box, and specifically related to my presentation, not in the general questions. We'll give this overview of some general questions at the end of the sessions. And research is a detailed and carefully studied something. You can see this. These are things you must be understand, because sometimes based on the multiple option basis, they given you which are the characteristics of the research. They will give you 5 or 6. Alexa Pradhan, please don't do any annotate. Research is a systematic inquiry to describe, explain, predict, and control the observed phenomena. And research is a systematic and methodological process. Please kindly note that. That's the reason the previous definition also I emphasize this. Systematic, like a sequential procedure. We cannot be violate the procedure and all. So wherever you're finding the key term like systematic, Pradipha, please don't do any annotate, Pradipha. And systematic and detailed carefully something. And it involves the collections, analysis, and interpretation of the data. So these are the things we must be very cautious, because these are some of the basic characteristics of the research. Hope you are getting this, that research feasibility. I mean, hope you understand this, the different things about the research. And just moving to the next slide. Yeah. Sorry. So yes, please don't do any edit. And just close this. Yeah. Just to clear all the edits. Yes, hope you are getting this next slide. Oh, sorry for this. Just deleting all the edits. Yes, fine. Okay, the same thing we discussed now, the previous one also. Just going to the next slide. Yes, and similarly, I'm just going to highlight some of the research objectives. Investigate some existing situation or a problem, because the research is nothing but that there is a past research, present research, as well as the future research. Now the question for you, which research may be called as in past research, which research may be called as in past research? Any idea? which research called past research, and which research called as in present research, which research may be called as in future research. Any idea? Fastly, you can give this answer. Which you know the different research method, right? Of course, Krishna, you are correct. Historical
Maybe
method, yeah,
research or historical research
yeah.
is past research.
What is the present? What is the present research?
Present research is action research.
Yeah, actually, this is as well as the survey research also part of this,
Present
right?
is descriptive.
Yeah, descriptive, like a descriptive survey. And the future, what about the future? So the future things we want to find means you can go with the experimental research. Like very far, very
Experiment.
simply, experimental research. Past means like a historical method. Present is nothing but a survey or in the descriptive, and the future is explored and experimental. So this is a way you can get some kind of idea about it, because sometimes this kind of questions comes regularly. Okay, please cause this. Thank you so much to give the response.
Means survey method.
Sorry, ma'am. Descriptive or survey. Okay, descriptive survey. So investigate some existing situations, build a make another method. Suppose if you want to generate a new methodology, or if you like to create a new framework, or if you like to generate a new theoretical framework also, this research might be helping us. Generate a new knowledge, explore, and you are already having the knowledge. If you want to analyze the specific issues or specific problem, you can do the research. Offer a solution to the problem, particularly to find out the solution of the problem, we are using this kind of action research and all. And the other one, review the systematic and excess knowledge. These are the main objectives of the research. Sometimes they list out some of the objectives of the research. They will asking the which of the following may be suitable for the research. Saraswati, I will come back. Don't worry. We have the different types of research. I'm going to discuss now. Don't worry. There's another slide. Is that so? During that slide, I'm just explaining this. And the research characteristics, we have the objectives. These are some of the characteristics. These are the some question maybe comes to NET examinations. They're asking this, which are the following maybe the characteristics of research, which are the following is not a characteristic of research, they will be asking this. The first one is the objective. What is called objective? The research may be very specific. Okay, there is no bias at all. So you cannot be make any kind of bias statement or bias kind of assumption and all. So therefore, avoid bias is part of the objectivity. So that is the reason most of the times when you like to measure any kind of assessment, any kind of variable, we are using some kind of closed-ended question, because the closed-ended question having more objectivity. If you go with the more subjective, you cannot come for the generalization. So these are main characteristics. One is called objectivity. The second one is the reliability. So with regards, the research should be consistency. Okay. For example, you are doing the research for one sample, one particular variable. If you done today and if you done later also, the similar kind of findings may be comes up. Like that's called talking about consistency. Research should be consistent. Even the variable, we may do this when you do this pilot study also, we are cross checking this whether the tool is having reliability and validity and all. These are things part of the research. Validity is talking about whether each item measure what you intend to measure. In the case of item I'm talking, the case of research tool I'm talking, but similarly in the research mainly standard the accuracy of the procedure, whether the people are using a proper procedure of data collection, research instrument they're using. These are things talking about validity. And the other category is called accuracy. So in the case of research, we cannot tell that there is a sum of the student, there is a few of the students. We cannot use this kind of statement like some or few and all, because there will be specific statement. You should be specified 100 student, 200 student or 150 student, like this. We have to go with very specific answer. We cannot, what is that, give us here some kind of peripheral answer like sometime, few and all. That is the reason the main characteristic of research is called accuracy. The accuracy is another characteristics, objectivity, reliability, validity, similarly accuracy. And other one is credibility. So what is called credibility? So particularly when you take the data, primary data and secondary data, uh, primary data, you know that is called first hand data collection is called primary data. Secondary data is already existing data. If you collect the if you are using the data for your research, it's called as secondary data. And just asking the question for you. Suppose the researcher collecting the data from the direct from the sample from the sample representation. What kind of data? What kind of data? Can you respond in the answer for this?
Primary
Suppose
data, sir.
it's a primary data. So of course the primary data is like a first hand data that is collected by the researcher, that he is collected directly to the participants. Like participants means nothing but a sample. Suppose I am taking a data from the government databases. From this I'm taking some data. From this I'm doing data analysis. What kind of data is this? What kind of data is this? Secondary data. Very good. Okay, very good. Secondary data is normally the newspaper, or this kind of government database, this also come to the secondary data. So therefore, your data should be very credible. Okay. Sometimes the secondary data is not be much reliable, the data. That's the reason most of the times we are using to generalize our findings with the primary data only. Yes, next one, generability. So do you know that the generability is a very important element in the case of research? Why? In the sense, you are doing the research, the finally we can generalize the findings. Okay, we cannot be confined the findings only for the sample representation. That is the reason that people are taking as a survey method or experiment method. And do you know that the quantitative research we can able to generalize possibilities more high, but in the case of qualitative research, the generalization is not that much of possible. That is the people are now doing the mixed research, mixed method research and all. Therefore, generalizability is an main important characteristics of the research. The sample considered, because how it can come to the generalization means, if you are taking the sample from the proper proportion of the population, then automatically your findings will be generable. Okay. And empirical research, it is based on the real life experience, direct experience observation by the researcher. You know that we are doing this social science research. Our sample is a human being, so we need to be very careful to do the data collections, and we need to observe properly. Otherwise, some kind of bias can happen. That is the reason we need to concentrate more on the empirical research. The research will be a systematic process. Thus, we know that there will be a specific procedure. We cannot violate the procedure, or we cannot skip one procedure to other procedure. So this is a way some of the characteristics which we discussed now, and similarly some other characteristic like a control factor. For example, when you take the independent variable, dependent variable, there will be a third variable might influences. Therefore, as a researcher, we need to be control the factors. So that is the reason we are doing this kind of covariate analysis, or we can do, we can take a say exogenous variable, confound variable. These are the variable, you know this. These are the way, these are the variable we need to be controlled from our end. I request all to mute, please, please. There is called cyclic. This is a cyclic process. For example, when you do the research in a repeated process, we can get some kind of solutions. From the solution also, we can go with other kinds of problem. The solutions lead some issues. This issues maybe go with another sets of research. For example, every research, you know, the end we are keeping is a further research. Why? In the sense, this particular research may give you some other way to do the further research. And therefore, the research will be cyclic process. There is no one never ending for the research process. It will be goes in a cyclic, and it will be logical, and it will be replicable also. The characteristics allow the research to confine by repeating the study to affect the building sound basis of the make decisions. So when we can go with this generality, when you do the same research for the different samples, different sample representations, that is called replicable, automatically we can come to the more generalization findings. So these are the research characteristics. Hope you are getting this, the different research characteristics. Sometimes they ask this question, which are the research characteristics? Objectivity, reliability, validity, accuracy, credibility, generalizability, empirical research, systematic, control factors. And just asking this, which is the characteristics may part of this? I'm asking this. I'm just asking some question from here. You can give this answer for this. Yeah. So the item intended to measure, for example, I'm talking about which is the characteristic talking about consistency? Which is the characteristic talking about consistency?
Reliability.
Yeah, it is talking about reliability. Yes, correct, is reliability. Right. Which is an characteristics talking about the primary data, the genuineness, of the data.
Accuracy.
Accuracy.
Is a credibility, is a credibility, is a credibility, is a credibility. Okay. So when you like to write a research findings, no, we cannot give us a some or few. We need to go with very specific answer. What kind of characteristics in this? What is the characteristics?
Generalizability.
What is the characteristics? We need to give you a very specific response, very specific answer. Like
Objectivity.
if objectivity, parallel will be accuracy also part of this. Sometimes it will be both. It's like accuracy. Okay, accuracy also more relevant. So this we cannot be violate what is the sequence of the research, because the research is what kind of characteristics? It is a systematic. It's a systematic. We cannot violate this process, right? It's like a logical sequence, right? What is the please, I request. Yeah, there is another questions. Kindly give the answer for this. Suppose which is the characteristics may more suitable in the case of doing the same similar kind of research 2 or 3 times, and from the finding we can come to one kind of findings. What kind of finding is this?
Cyclic, sir. Cyclic.
Is a cyclic and parallel. Yeah, of course, it will be generability also possible. Okay, because yeah, replicable and cyclic. Fine, replicable also. So hope you are getting some idea about the different research characteristics. I already given this example. Okay. Yeah. Now the aims of research is a scientific activity. Basically the three kinds of research aims there. One is called we need to be find the problem. You have the problem, but we need to solve the problem. The second one, we need to find the theory. We need to generate the theory, or we need to develop a theory. And some third one is a prediction. Therefore, the three main aims of research in the scientific activity: one is called problem solving, other one is called theory building, and parallelly, when you develop a building, we need to apply also. That's for the experimental method, like applied research and all. And parallel, we need to predict how this two variable predict the other variable, like how the independent variable contribute the dependent variables. So this way we need to do some of the research as part of the scientific activity. Hope you are getting some idea about the different research. And listen, please, ma'am, kindly mute. Madam, please. Lingeshwari, madam, kindly mute. Yes, anyone's. Please mute from your end, please. Okay. Yes, now hope you are getting some of the idea about the research characteristics, and just moving to the main elements, because at least 2 or 3 questions may come this area, that is called types of research. I'm concentrating this particular area, and some people are already asking this, what is the past, present, future. That also I'm going to discuss now. The first one, types of research, and here I'm concentrating the Sripriya. Don't do any annotate, please. Sripriya, please. Okay, don't do any annotate. Yes. Now, please kindly look onto my screen now. Sorry. So kindly look onto my screen. In this case, Sripriya, don't do any annotate. The types of research, when you do this, when you think about the types of research, the people are talking about applied research, fundamental research, quantitative research, qualitative research, like they list of different research, but there is a specific objectives. Based on the objectives only, or there will be different criterion based only, we decide that what kind of types of research. For example, when you're talking about different types of triangle, the people is talking about, I'm asking the question to all of you, kindly define how we can categorize the different types of triangle. How we can categorize the different types of triangle?
Sir, on the basis of angles and on the basis of sides.
Yeah, of course, you are correct. It's on the basis of angle and the basis of sides, correct. Then similarly, when you're talking about research, we need to find some kind of characteristics. Based on the characteristics only, we can divide the different types of research. So the problem, we are not knowing the basic characteristics. Instead of we are remembering all types, that's not be fair. So here I'm just giving this some kind of criteria. The first criteria based on the objectives, and the second criteria nature of the data. The third criteria nature of the findings. The fourth criteria based on the experimental. The fifth one is an approach involved. So we can divide the entire research into 4 characteristics. Based on the characteristic, we can have the different types of research. These are things we need to discuss now. One is called based on the objectives. So there will be objective for any research. There's a 3 kind of objective we made it. One is called fundamental research. Fundamental research is aims to create a theory. Listen, the fundamental research, the main objective is to generate a theory, or to create a theory, to develop a theory. That is called fundamental research. The applied research is nothing but applying a theory in a problematic situations, and we need to check this the effectiveness. That is called applied research. And action research is similar kind of applied only, but here we can get a problem, the solutions of the problem very fastly. So therefore the 3, suppose there is a objective, if you want to find the problem very fastly, which method is better method? Anyone? So immediate problem, you want to find the solution.
Action, sir.
Hope you are getting this kind of option, right? Suppose you want to apply any theory and you want to find out this, what is that? Effectiveness. Which method will be more suitable?
Action. Applied research.
Action research.
Applied. Yeah, listen, action research is also part of the applied research. Listen, because we are applying something, therefore applied action is also part of the applied. Basically, it's called applied. It's
Yes,
nothing
sir.
experimental. Yeah, experimental. Which method might helping to develop a theory, create a theory? Fundamental. Hope you are getting this. Therefore, there is three objectives. One is developing a theory. Other one is to be apply the theory. When you're thinking about the creating a theory, we have the fundamental research. When you like to create, apply the theory, we have the applied research. And applied research one portion is called action research. The difference between applied, experimental method and action research. The action research, we may get a problem very fastly. The solution we can find out. And based on the data, listen, there's a second category I'm discussing that. There will be a database. We can divide the research into two types. One is called qualitative research, other one is called quantitative research. So qualitative research, there is no quantifiable measurement. If you have the quantitative measurement, then you can do with the quantitative research. So quantitative means like a numerical representation based, you have the data sets, and you can do the quantitative research. Your data set is a categorical nature, then you can go with the qualitative research. I can ask the question now. Suppose your data set, you have the data it is in the continuous format. It is like a continuous format, like a continuous data sets. What kind of research method might be suitable based on the data?
Quantitative.
Quantitative, like I'm talking about continuous. Continuous means the data sets like 1 to 100, 1 to 200. Like there is a continuous number. When you have the continuous, like normal, you know that ratio or interval. If you have the ratio or interval, it's part of the nature of data. It's part of the continuous data, therefore you can apply the quantitative research. Suppose your data set will be categorical nature. It is in categorical nature. What kind of research methodology may be suitable?
Qualitative.
It is a qualitative.
Qualitative
Yes, it's a qualitative.
research.
It's a qualitative. So therefore, the nature of data having the two types, one is called quantitative research and qualitative. And nature of findings, there is a nature of findings. Basically, the findings, we have three kinds of findings, like exploratory finding, explanatory finding, and descriptive research, right? So explanatory finding means it's like explain the things. Like I'm just showing this 1 second. So sorry. Explanatory research is explain the things, explain the concepts on concurrent. Okay. Exploratory means you are going to explore it. So basically, the explanatory is part of the quantitative research. Listen, the explanatory is part of the quantitative research because it explains the content. For example, you are talking about male is better than female. That's like based on the mean scores you are comparing this. Therefore, it is explaining who is better, male or female, or how the independent variable affects the dependent variable. That part of the quantitative research. The explanatory research is part of the quantitative research. But exploratory research, normally we can start with the research questions. Like we are going to identify which are the factors affect this. So we are going to do some kind of exploratory analysis. The exploratory analysis is part of the qualitative research. It's part of the qualitative research, right? So hope you understood. Explanatory means like a quantitative, is a quantitative research, and exploratory research is part of the qualitative. And you know the descriptive research describe the data only. It describes the sample representation only. Therefore, it's called descriptive research. It is only describe the sample representation. Can I ask the questions now? Yes. Which is a method talking about qualitative data as part of the nature of finding, whether it's explanatory finding is exploratory. Exploratory. So exploratory is a qualitative. Listen, exploratory, explore. The term is an explore. We are going to find why it's happened, how it's happened, what are the factors. These are things we are going to explore it. Normally, the exploratory research, we can start from the research questions only. Now, the question for you, I'm just asking the different variety of questions. Which is the method more suitable for testing hypothesis, whether explanatory research or exploratory research?
Exploratory research.
Testing, I'm talking about testing of hypothesis possible for which method?
Explanatory research.
Descriptive, sir.
Descriptive. I'm talking about only the two answers. I'm talking about only the explanatory or exploratory, not the descriptive. I'm not keeping this as an
Explanatory.
explanatory. Listen, yeah. So because the testing hypothesis is possible only for quantifiable research, and the research questions where we can use it.
Exploratory research.
Exploratory. That's fine. Great. And there are other types of research based on the experimentation, manipulation. So when you think about the experimentation, we have two kinds of research. One is called experimental research. Other one is called non-experimental research. Listen, there's two types: experimental, non-experimental. Now the question for you: survey method is an experimental or non-experimental? Survey method. Yes, very good. It's a non-experimental. Non-experimental. What about the case study?
Experimental because
Non-experimental. It's a
In
non-experimental.
case
Listen, the
study,
experimental means
we give some remedies and then there is follow up.
if you give this, then we can go with this experimental method. Normally, the case study we are not giving kind of any kind of intervention of the case study and all. So listen, other than the any kind of experiment method is called as a non-experimental method. Hope you are getting this. Other than this experimental method is called as a non-experimental, right? So I'm just asking the question, which is the method is called cause and effect method? Which is the method is called cause and effect method?
Experimental.
Listen, there is another name is called cause and effect. Cause means like independent variable. The effect you are going to identify the dependent variable, right? So the effect variable, the cause variable is nothing but your intervention, like your treatment. You are going to find out your dependent variable after the treatment. Therefore, it's called cause and effect. Experimental method is called cause and effect. Uh, Hope you are getting this. This way we can find out the experimental manipulation basis and the criteria approach involved. You know that is based on the sample selections. The longitude research, so you are doing the same sample for the long time research. For example, do you know that Pauli, Piaget theory and all? He observed the same person for more than 20 years in this generative theory, like sensory motor state, pre-operation state, concrete and formal. So this is called as a longitude. If you are observing the same group of sample representation for more long year, over long period of time, and you are doing the research, that's called longitude research. But the cross section is not like this. Instead of measuring the same sample group for different age group, I mean long year, we can compare different age group at the same time. For example, I have the group 2 to 5 age group, 6 to 9 age group, and 10 to 12 age groups. I'm just doing the observation, all the groups at a stage, and doing the research. Like I'm cross-checking in what way the interaction development happened to all the three groups at the same time. That is called cross-sectional. Hope you understood. The difference between longitude and cross-sectional, if you are taking the same sample representation, you are observing for long time and doing the research called longitude, but instead of that, you are comparing the different groups of people in the same time and doing the research called as a cross-section. Hope you are getting this, the different types of research. Any doubts? Any doubts? So this way, the research type is to be there, like a fundamental research, applied research, action based on the objectives. Based on the data, we have the quantitative, qualitative. Based on the findings, we have the explanatory, exploratory. Based on the experimental manipulation, experimental, non-experimental. Based on the approach, longitude, cross-section. Now, can we discuss some of the questions now? Are you ready now? Now the question for all
Sir,
of you.
actually, I have one doubt.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Sir, any psychological test, whenever we are doing any psychological test, that will be the part of qualitative or quantitative research?
Madam, the way you are going to measure it, okay? So the way
Okay, sir.
you have to be defined that what way you are going to measure it. For
Sir,
example,
if I will...
yeah, if you are measuring with the tool, right, with this quantifiable measurement tool, like a closed-end questions, automatically it will be measurable, like a 5-point scale or 3-point scale or even yes or no types. When you measure in a quantitative measurement, it's called quantitative research. It's based on the way you are measuring it, right? You understood?
If I want to measure the stress level, then what
Automatically there is a
research
level,
I
no?
do?
There is called stress level. Level is a quantable. You understood? Automatically there is a
Okay,
level. Okay. So the level you are going to measure.
okay.
Therefore, you are giving you a scale also. That's called scale, stress scale. From this, you are going to check the different that whether the people are low level or moderate level, high level. You are going to measure with the scales only. Therefore, it's automatically quantifiable. Then on the after quantifiable, you are going to convert in some kind of characteristics base like low, moderate, high. Yes. Now, can we discuss some of the questions here? Yes.
Sir.
Yeah, the Sindhu, the questions already the Krishna has given the answer. If you are going to check how the one intervention, how is creating impact in the your dependent variable, like you are giving some kind of treatment. After the treatment, you are going to measure the outcomes. Then it's called as experimental method. Now, the first question: which research method involved manipulations of variable, observe their effect on outcomes? Answer. Anyone give us key term? What is the key terms in this case? What is the key term? Listen, whenever you read the question, kindly read this key. The term is manipulation, right? Manipulating is the term. It is closely related with the descriptive. What is that? Experimental method. Please note that wherever you are finding, this is the way you need to identify the answer. Wherever you are finding the term manipulation, because manipulation is only possible only in the case of experimental method only. Whether it's possible the manipulation variable, manipulation is possible for the survey method, manipulation is possible for survey method. No, manipulation is not possible for survey method. Only the experimental method manipulation possible. Now you know that method is called ex post facto research. Ex post facto research. What is called ex post facto research? In what way this is going to differ from the experimental method research? What is called ex post facto
In
research?
ex post factor research, we cannot manipulate the variables. What is done is done.
Yeah, yes, exactly. The independent variable, we don't have any kind of, we cannot have any kind of over role to be manipulated. So here already done it. Independent variable is already done. We cannot do any kind of manipulation. But the experimental method, we are creating a methodology. We are creating some kind of framework, or we are creating some kind of strategy that we are applying it. But the exposed factor research, the independent variable already done it. Just we are measuring it, how the independent variable affect on the dependent variable. We don't have any kind of control over to manipulate the independent variable. That's called exposed factor research. There is a difference between the experimental method and sometimes this questions comes. Which is the method not having a provisions to manipulate the independent variable? The option 1, experimental method. Option 2 is exposed factor research. Which is an answer? Which is the method not possible to manipulate the independent variable? Exposed factor. Which is the method possible to manipulate the independent variable?
Experimental.
Right. Hope you are getting this. Right. This is the key terms. Always you can find the key terms only. Descriptive method, is it possible to manipulate? Is it possible to manipulate?
No, sir.
No, descriptive research is also not possible to manipulate it. Okay, listen. Yeah, historic research, qualitative research. This is normally qualitative research based on the this one only, data only. It's not asking about the manipulation. Now, the second question: which type of research aim to investigate cause and effect? Which is the key terms here? Which is the key terms here? Cause and effect. Investigate cause and effect relation while containing control over the external variable. What is this? Automatically it's called as an experimental method. It's experimental method. But these terms create a confusion. Sometimes you have a confusion. Why that over exponential variable is nothing but covariate. There's a third variable might influence it that we need to be overcome with this the control variable. So normally it's called control variable. We need to be control this the third variable effect. That also possible only the experimental research only. So that is the reason we are taking the internal validity, external validity. Any doubts in this? So this is the key terms. Cause and effect is purely related to the experimental method. Hope you didn't doubts, right? Can you go to the next question? Yeah. The third question. Give the answer for this. What is the answer for this question? Please kindly see this, the key term, and then give this answer. Which research method focus on exploring the subjective experience and perspective of participants? Any idea?
Historical research.
Experimental.
No. Listen, subjective experience means what? What's the
Qualitative.
Yes, it is not a object. Listen, yeah, subjective means like an
Historical.
open-ended question. No, wait.
Qualitative.
Yeah, of course, it's a qualitative. It's like qualitative and talking. Why in the sense? Because talking about subjective here, right? But in the quantitable, we have a objective. The quantitable research, we have the objective experience, but the subject experience not possible. And perspectives of the participants automatically. The perspective of the participant we are measuring through the subject experience only. This is purely related to qualitative research. It's not a quantitable, it's a qualitative research. These are key terms you can understand as a subjective experience is the key term for this. The next question: what type of research examines single? Listen, the key term is single individual or entity, and great detail or over and extended. Which are the key terms here? One is a single individual, the same sample representation, but similarly over and extended period. Therefore, it is called as a longitudinal research. The answer is a longitudinal research. Yes, hope you are getting this answer. Now, the fifth question. Which research method is best suited for exploring complex social phenomena and understand the participant perspectives? Give the answer for this.
Qualitative research.
Best to be exploring, automatic the exploratory research, complex social phenomena, and understanding the participant perspectives, right? Automatically, what the exploring means? Exploring means what?
Historical.
So this is descriptive.
Qualitative.
No, please kindly see this.
Historical.
No, man, historical talking about different, like the past things. Here, they asking that they exploring the complex social media, what is currently going on, is talking about the present and understand the participant perspectives. Perspective means we are doing give the data
Qualitative.
correct.
Qualitative.
It is a quality.
No,
It is a
descriptive.
Descriptive.
no descriptive. It's part. I understood what the thing is that. Okay. Exploring the term here. Explore is talking about. Okay. So it will be more relevant because most of the times the options look like a same only. We need to identify the best answer. Listen, all the four options look like is correct only. Even the descriptive research also correct according to the question. But we need to identify the out of four as well, which is a more suitable answer. That is a way only that use net examination they're measuring it. All the questions, even all the four options look like the same, but we need to identify the best answer. In this case, the key terms exploring and the understanding the participant perspectives, social phenomena. So these are the way if you look onto the answer may be qualitative, right? That may be reason we can take it as qualitative in this case. And the sixth question, which are the following research method is non-numerical data? Very good. You can usually find. What's the key terms? What is the key terms here? It's a non-numeric.
Non-numeric.
Non-numeric, nothing but a qualitative. Very simple answer, right? Which type of research concern with studying a listen? What is the
Historical.
key terms here? What is the key term?
Historical.
Research.
It's a way
Historical,
under
sir,
impact
past
in the
event.
present. Okay, so the past event under impact in the present. So automatically it's an historical research. And now this another questions. You can see this. Internal criticism is required to step in which research? There is a
Historical.
research they are talking about
Historical
internal research.
research.
Listen, no. Listen, ma'am.
Historical.
Internal criticism, external criticism is meant for the historical research. Please kindly note, wherever you are finding the terms criticism, internal criticism, external criticism is part of the historical research. Please, I request all the participants kindly deeply look onto this. This is the one of the characteristics of the historical research, internal criticism as well as the external criticism. So wherever you find the term criticism is related to the historical method. Yeah, now this is an answer. Status quo. What is the status quo? Current situation. The status quo is nothing but the current situation. In research can be studied through what method?
Survey.
Yeah, it is survey. You understood? It's like a present. It's talking about present. Hope you understood. What is the present? What is it past? Okay, this way we can identify the answer, right? What is the next question? The next question for you. There's the status quo. That's okay. Now this is it. Yeah. What is the terms for a well-defined and specific statement? What the researcher intend to study the research project? Yeah. Now we can give this answer for this. It's like a general questions.
Research
Research question.
It is a term well-defined and specific statement. Researcher intent to study. Normally, the intent to study is nothing but the objectives as well as the research questions. No, it's methodology is different. It's like the researcher intent to study is nothing but the main objectives. Okay, the main objectives here talking about the research questions only. The answer is research question. Suppose they're talking about blueprint. Listen, if I ask the same question, which the terms more relevant to the blueprint of the research? What may be answer for this?
Methodology.
Design.
Research design. Research design. So when you talk about blueprint, you can think about research design. But here they're talking about the researcher intent to study. It's nothing but the main objective. The main objectives we are automatically continuing research question format, right? Hope you are getting this. Yeah. Now the question equating through the matched pair. Okay. Where we can use the matched pair research.
Experimental.
Yes, it's an experimental. It is an experimental research. Experimental research purely related to the match for. Normally, we have the two kinds of research, like you know, that random sampling, non-random sampling. If you go with the random sampling, it is called as the quasi. This is like a true experimental design. If you are not using a random, it's called quasi experimental design. These are the nodes. Do you know that? Matched pair means they're going to keep it control group experimental group in a matched pair. Hope you are getting this some idea about the different research. Realme, please don't do any annotate. Realme 7i, don't do any kind of annotate. Yes. Now the question for a study in which direct perceptions of an incident objects made. Any idea? The study in which
practitioner.
Practitioner research.
kindly think about the study in which the study in which direct perceptions of an incident
Option D,
objects
sir.
made.
Natural.
It is a phenomenological research. It's a phenomenological research. We are talking about phenomena. Yeah, it's a phenomenological research. So we are phenomenology is part of the phenomenology research, quantitative research, qualitative research. Give the answer.
Qualitative.
It's a
Qualitative.
qualitative. It's a qualitative. So therefore, it's a direct perception of the incident. So automatically, the perception when the manipulation comes, because and the researcher, when I write my perception, right, automatically the bias comes. That is the reason the qualitative research, lot of biasness maybe comes there. Kindly read the question properly. Then you may get some idea about how to respond this. Okay. Now, the type of research typically conducted by the teachers, counselor, and other professionals to answer questions. They have to be specially helped to solve local problem. What is the key
Action
terms here?
Action research.
Yeah. So
Action
basically, the
research.
teachers and counselor, they're doing the professionals is nothing but action research. Right. Control group is control group where we can use the control group.
Experimental
Survey
Yes, very
research.
good, very good. What type of research examines single variable across the different groups? That's a good question. Can you give the answer for this?
Research.
Please kindly look onto this.
Longitudinal research.
No, what type of research examines single variable across the different groups? Different groups. The term is different groups.
Comparative.
Different groups.
Comparative.
Answer is
Comparative
comparative. Yeah, please kindly read the question twice. Listen, the single variable automatically you are going to longitude. It's not a longitude here. Okay. Across different groups, it seems at the same time they're doing the comparisons. Hope you understood. What is it?
Longitudinal.
Madam, please. Single variable, it's like a single variable.
Experimental.
Across the different groups. No, man.
Longitudinal. Longitudinal.
Listen. Single variable across different groups, comparative. There's a three groups, three different age group. We are doing the comparative analysis for a single variable. You understood? Different group. The key terms, kindly look onto this. Don't conclude that only that one key term. Single group is represent. We are talking about single group. We are measuring the overall times, like a long period of time. That is called longitude. But here, what is the question? Single variable across different groups. We need to compare the three groups, more than 3 or 4 groups. Therefore, it's called answer is comparative research. Hope you're getting this answer. Why it's called comparative? So kindly read the questions twice. Listen, don't conclude immediately the questions. Okay, it will be some kind of confusion may come for you. Yeah, now the question for you. Research method. Please, Levit, don't do any kind of interactions. Annotate. Yeah, now this question. Research method. What may be answer for?
Experimental.
Research method, it is an experimental method, right? Measurement technique.
Observation.
Yeah, the observation. Very good. Observation is a technique. Data analysis techniques.
Questionnaire.
Inference statistics. Inferential. Tool for data collections. Questionnaire. Okay, please, this way we need to be look onto this. Okay. Hope you are getting this how to respond it. Can you move to the next level of questions now? So now we are discussing about the different types of research and just moving to the other part of my presentations now. Okay. Yes. Now I'm just I'm sharing this PPT. The entire thing is there. Don't worry about this. I'm just skipping this.
Do share it. Kindly.
I will share. I don't worry, ma'am. I will share this internet.
Yeah, make it very beautifully.
Okay, fine. Yeah, now we can see this next. These are the theory and just already discussed now. What is the conceptual? These are things we already discussed. This image also might helping you to explore this. Yeah. Now these questions might come some examination. Very simple way. I'm just give this positivism and post-positivism. So very simple way you to understand the concept, because the people some questions maybe come with only one, whether the positivism quantifiable or qualitable research, whether quantitative research or qualitative. This way you need to be understand these questions. And the positive paradigm, positivist is part of the quantifiable perception. Listen. So the quantifiable research is called positivist paradigm, and post-positivism talking about the qualitative. Hope you are getting this. Post-positivism is called qualitative research, and they're focusing on the qualitative research, and the positivism talking about the quantitative research. And you must know the contributor name also. The main name, the French philosopher Auguste Comte. Auguste Comte. He's the person. He introduced the terms called as a positivism, and he is talking about the positive in the case of what is that quantifiable. So the Positivism, nothing but quantity. QUAN. Okay, quantifiable measure. Please, sorry, I'm just having some. This is for qualitative. So this was the qualitative. QUALITY. Okay, qualitative. My handwriting very poor. So hope you understand. Which is the method is talking about quantitative, whether it's a positivism, positivism, quantitative.
It is positivism.
Positivism talking about the quantity. These questions only comes regularly because I observe the questions. This only you must be understand. Positivism talking about quantitative and post-positivism talking about qualitative. And post-positivisms given by Werner Heisberg as well as the Noel Boher. These are the peoples. They contribute the post-positivisms and all. Okay. Yes. Now the research process. These are questions at least. One question may come the first paper or second paper. Okay, kindly check with this the research process. Just giving this answer for this one.
In some books, post-positivism, it is written that it is a mixed method approach.
Yeah, mixed method also, but basically they consider the qualitative. Okay, qualitative.
Qualitative. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Suppose you can find. Suppose they given the answer mixed method compared to the qualitative. You can find out the very most relevant answer only. Hope understood. Because sometimes they give the qualitative, quantitative, mixed method. You can find out the mixed method is a correct approach. Okay. Because sometimes the questions may the options you need to find out the very more relevant answer, not any correct answer. We need to find the more correct answer. Hope you understood. So if they given the option like this one, like mixed method, this will be more relevant. So you may be select that one. But most of the cases, the qualitative, we can easy to find this as positive, post-positive. And this is steps. The step number one is like identifying the problem, starting the research area. It's nothing but the identification problem. Sometimes they asking this, instead of this one, they given this identification of the problem. There will be different names might be there. And the second one's formatting a research objectives, hypothesis, as well as the research questions part of this phase 2. Then after this, the literature review. Sometimes the literature review may become first. For example, even the people are identifying a problem based on the literature review. There is a 3-way we can identify the problem. The first way, through the review of literature. The first way we can identify the problem through the review of literature. The second way, based on our personal experience. The second. The third way we can identify the problem based on the subject experts, subject expert discussion. So therefore, we need to identify the problems based on 3 ways. One is called review of literature. The second one is a personal experience, because we have a lot of personal experience. Through this, we can identify the problem. And the third one is here subject expertise discussion and all. So sometimes there will be Wilt also. We need to be look on to this. Okay. And then after this, we had to go with the select method of data collections. And after this, we need to go with the data collections. And first is the tool development as well as the data, tool preparations. And next we collect the data and data analysis, finally interpretation and conclusion. This is steps. And some other books, they given the like this: define the problem, design the research, design a data, specific a sample, collect the data, analyze the data, and write the research. There's a different way they given this. Can we discuss some questions related to this? Yes. Now we can discuss some of the questions related to the research. These are the old question. I'm just sharing it. Yeah. Steps are research. Give the answer for this. Arrange the following steps.
Option B.
Involved in the research process in order to correct. Okay, give this order. This is like a sequential order questions. Give the answer, which may be first steps. Give the first step. Step number one.
Identifying the research
Yeah.
problem.
Step number one is identifying the research problem. What is the second step? What is the second step?
Review of lit.
Checking the data.
Review of literature.
Review. According to this, the second step is the review. Third one.
Collecting data.
Collecting the data. The fourth one.
Analyzing.
Analyzing. Fifth one. Right.
And interpreting the data.
Therefore, what is the answer? D.
Option D.
D.
Last one.
B. So we can go with the DBAEC. Okay.
Option D.
So this is an answer. Okay. Answer. So sometimes the options might be differ. Kindly look on to this. Okay. Yeah. Now we can see this. What may be answer for this question? Arrange the following steps pertaining to quantity research. Talking about quantity research here. What will be correct answer in this case? What is the first step? Number one.
Hypothesis.
Yeah, hypothesis is number one. What is the second step?
Research design.
Design.
Research design. Third step.
Hypothesis, research design. Process the data, analyze the data,
Analyze
findings.
the data and findings. Okay, therefore, what is the answer? What is the answer? B.
First one.
Okay, yeah, first one. BECAD. Okay, so this way the question may be differ. Kindly check with this. Yeah, now this give this answer. In doing a action research, what is the usual sequence of this? Like action steps research.
B.
My voice is clear. My voice is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Plan,
Plan, reflect.
Yeah, please. The first is a plan, observe, reflect. Please. The first one's plan,
B, sir.
act, observe, and reflect. This is the answer for the action research. Yeah. Now, next question for these steps. One more question. Which of the following sequence of research steps is nearer to the scientific method? So they given. See, this is another types of question. The same question you can now you can see this how they are asking the different examinations, the different question. The same sequence but in a different way. Which may be correct answers?
Identifying the cause factor, defining the problem.
third one.
Which is the third one? Option C. Okay, please.
Option
Yeah.
D.
Option C.
Which is the correct one? Identify the factors. Like it's nothing but the defining the problem, developing hypothesis, selection the sample, collection the data, arriving at generation conclusion. This answer C is the correct answer. Right? So here, what is the problem? I define the problem, identify the cause of the problem. This is wrong. Okay. This is wrong. Okay, defining the population. These are things not essential. Okay, therefore it's wrong. This is a wrong. Okay, pursuing the problem situation. Okay, locating the actual problem. Hypothesis, detection the consequence. These are the it's like what is the concluding? I mean, confusion statement. Therefore, the answer might be C is the correct answer in this case. Okay. Hope you don't have any doubts. Can we move to the next level of questions? I mean, portions. This is talking about steps of research. Next is very important. At least one question might come to this area in the first paper, and similarly, it comes to the second paper. Some questions, right? Yes. Can we? Do you know the different types of research format? Different types of research format. We have a MLA format. Do you know the expansion of MLA? Anyone? What is the abbreviation of MLA? What is the abbreviation of
Modern Language Association?
Correct, modern languages. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Modern Language Association. It is purely related to the language aspect. That is the reason. These are the subjects. It will be related to this. Actually, these are the subject. They will use the MLA format. Okay. I'm sorry. English, literature, foreign language, communication, and religious. What is the expansion of AP? What is the expansion?
For American Public Association.
Psychological Association. American
Psychological
American
Association.
Psychological
Correct.
Association.
America's correct. It's like a psychology, education of this business, economics, nursing, linguistic studies. Chicago manual normally they're using for the historical and social science research. Chicago manual like history, arts, fine arts, anthropology, philosophy. I model is purely related to the science, like English, science information. Please mute. Resmi 9 train.
Electrical and Electronics Engineer.
Yeah, please, yeah. That is purely related to the technology as well as the engineering sector. CSE for biology, physics, and chemistry, and zoology. Yes, now the question for you. Which is the format they're using for psychology? Which is the format they're using for psychology?
APA, sir.
APA.
APA. Very good. Which is the format they're using for your philosophy?
APM.
Class P also APA.
Chicago, sir.
But some universities, I mean, most of the universities, the Chicago manual. Please kindly check with this. But now now you know there's no ICs. Every year they asking the different manual. Sometimes they ask the APA based. We need to submit a proposal because that you know this. ICs, sir, it will become for all the social and science. They asking the different format every year. So the last time they asking Chicago. Before that, they asking the APA. Like that, they change the different patterns. It's based on the journal. Sometimes it will be varies based on the project. I mean, that project funding agents also may be vary. And I'm just going to give you a small, because most of the questions may come to the AP format only, as well as sometimes MLE. I'll just give the insight about this one now. Now you can see this. The AP format, the citation, I'm talking about in-text citations. The first is the author name, author first name, and the year. Okay, and the year. And normally the page number is not essential in the case of APA. APA 7th version, no need for these page number. right? Only the reference mean the page number, but no need for the page number in the case of citation. But the MLA format, only the name and the year, page number. So name and year, name as well as the page number. There is no comma. You can see, you cannot find the comma in this MLA. And the case of references, the title of the reference list we can use for the references, because the API we can use the terms references in the end of the article. But in the case of MLA format, we can use the terms work cited. And this is an author references, the first name and the comma, initial and a dot. Please kindly note this. But in the case of MLA, we can write both the last name as well as the first name together, but there is no need to use only the initial, but we need to be write fully. So this way, this difference is there. And the capitalization of the source title. Citing is sources a Q guide for the students, and this they give this. Title page is required, no title page is required as part of the MLA and so the APA. And I'm just going to give you another idea about this on that. Yeah, so this is another citation. Kindly look onto the citation format and just at least one question come to the citation format. Please kindly check with this. In the case of AP, author last name, please kindly check author last name, comma year. Page number is not essential in the case of APA 7th version. Therefore, author last name, comma year. The comma is very important elements in the case of APA. But in the case of MLA, name and the page number. There is no need for comma, full stop, nothing. There is no other, any punctuation is not needed in the case of MLA format. And similarly, the citation, you can see this is basically is like a references now. Author name, year, initial year, and then full stop, then the book title and the publisher. The book title will be italic. The title of the book should be italic according to the APA. But in this case, that author, first name, last name together, then full stop. There is year is will be end only. But here the years comes after the name of the person, and after this there is an that book title. It will be italic here, also italic. Then plus name. So this way it will be different. We can use the reference here. We can use the work cited here. Title page is required. Title page is not required. And page number is not be. It will be needed for the page number in the running head. Right, running head. The last name and page number is needed in the running head. I'm talking about the running head of the title pages. So this way, these two formats will be different, APS or the MLA. And just going on. Yeah, I'm just going to the next slide. Sorry. Yes. So this is in citation. This is nothing but the references. So kindly check with the three references at this stage now: MLA, APA, and Chicago. At least one maybe come to the examinations. If you have some idea about this, always look onto this, because this might be good for the it leads to a good research. So the people's very good in this particular aspect, like how to write a reference citation. You may be good in the research, it seems. So I'm just starting with the AP. After that, I'm just connected, comparing with the Chicago as well as the MLA. The APA, the author name, first name, and the initial is comes like this, comma initial, and after this full stop, the year should be there. Then after that full stop, this is an name of the book. It will be italic. Name of the book, it should be italic. And they're taking only few elements. That's the reason they put the page number. Otherwise, page number is not essential. And the New York, it is the publishers. The publishers be end. So this will be italic. The book name should be italic. In case of MLA, but the name should be full, and that year should be end. You can see this. Even the Chicago also, the name first, the year should be end. Only that AP, only the years after the names. But all the MLA format, the years to be end only. Then other things are same only. Then article title, I mean the book title, as well as the publisher name. It's come same like this. So can we discuss some questions now? Can we discuss some questions? Are ready now? Right? I'm just going to discuss some questions here. Yes, related to the, in the APA reference style, how should in-text citations appear in the paraphrase source? Tell me.
Option D.
Option D, correct. Option D is correct.
Sir.
Yeah.
Option D.
Because it start with a bracket the author name, only one, first name only, comma, year. Okay. Suppose without, I'm putting author, without comma, there isn't day, year. I'm talking about page number, PP, which may be a reference.
MLA.
MLA.
It is an MLA. Please kindly, this is an MLA. Okay. Pradibha, please don't do any anedit. Don't do any anedit. Okay. Yes. Now, which is a style of referencing commonly used in the field of psychology?
Chicago.
APA. What is the full form of APA?
American
Okay. Yes, right. Which style of referencing uses sequence number within a square bracket in the text citation?
APA.
Man, please listen. Kindly see this. Those who are in English, computer science background or any engineering background, they can get this answer very fastly.
Right.
The question is the sequential number, like the citation. No, they given the number 1, the number 2. This is citation. So, but in the case of
IEEE.
APA, they given the citation like Thiyagu, comma 2021, right? This is for the APA format. Who's given this kind of citation? Which format that this citation? IEEE. Listen, IEEE. The answer is IEEE. IEEE only they given a sequential number. Hope you understood. The IEEE given a sequential number. Yes. So kindly read the question problem. Which reference style uses footnotes, endnote? Yes. Listen. Kindly give the answer. Footnote, endnote. Where it will be there? Footnote, endnote. Huh?
Chicago.
Chicago. Kindly check footnote. It is an MLA. Chicago, it is an MLA, right? APA format Chicago, there is no footnote, endnote. You know this, in the language only they writing is a footnote and endnotes. The language study, you can see this. Most of the language they're using as a citations in the each pages. Okay, therefore footnote and endnotes is meant for the MLA. Please kind note is for the MLA. It's an MLA format. In which reference sections research article, this some questions comes the last examination. In reference section of the research article, it's a research article of APA style. The APA style, what is the order? What is the order? Anyone give the order? Which is an order? The APA style of references. It may becomes as a book.
Author name.
What is the first one? Give the answer. That first
Name of
one.
the
Instead of answer.
Name of the
Author name and year.
First is in name of the author. Second,
Year of publication.
third one,
Page number.
page number. Then, yeah. Okay, this is an order. Name of the author, year of publication, page number, and title of the page. Okay, second one. Okay. Now the APA style referencing journal article, which is the following would come in the end. In the end of the article references, which may become the end.
DOI number.
Yeah, it is DOI number. What is called DOI expansion? Digital object identifier. Okay. Suppose there is no DOI number, which may becomes the end. Suppose there is no DOI number, which may becomes the end.
Publication name.
I'm talking about journal article.
Page number.
Yes, this is page number. Listen, sometimes you need to read the questions. Suppose the DOI number is not an option here, which may be correct answer. If the DOI number is not
Page
the
number.
page number. If the DOI number is there, which may be correct answer. DOI. Hope you understood. Hope you understood. Because we need to identify the very relevant correct answers only in the case of UGC examination. Right now, the last question. In the APA reference style, how it will be full citations of the book? Book. I'm talking about book citations, which may be a book citation format.
Second one.
Second one. Yes, author name, year of publications, book title in italics, and publisher. Very good. The answer B is correct. Okay. Hope you are getting this all. Yeah. What is the MLA? What is the MLA?
Modern language association.
Modern language. Okay. Hope you are getting this idea about this area. Can you move to the next area? Yes. Now this question, yeah, at least this question, regularly this question comes to the last 2 examination. Please kindly look onto this. This is an UGC guideline. This is an UGC guidelines of the plagiarism. The UGC guidelines about the plagiarism. Please kindly note at least one questions might come from this because I'm regularly observing the question paper pattern. At least 1 or 2 questions come this area. And according to the UGC guidelines, there is a 3 levels of plagiarism. The level 0, it is called similarity up to 10%. This is called minus similarity, no penalty. There's no penalty. So the 10% of similarity is called level 0 of plagiarism. This is called level 1 plagiarism. It is 10% to 40% of plagiarism. It is level 1. 10 to 40, listen, kindly check with this percentage level. And the level 3, so level 2 is 40 to 60%, and level 3 above 60. Therefore, the category 0 to 10, then 10 to 40, then 40 to 60, then 60 above. 60 above. There's a 4 levels of plagiarism. It is in UGC guidelines, and they're given some kind of punishment. And that also the questions are coming regularly. Suppose if it is level 0, there is no penalty, no punishment. If level 1, student will be asked to submit a revised script within a stipulated. This is for the research. Sorry, I'm talking about thesis now. After I come to the research article. If it is 10 similar, for example, submission of thesis, what is the penalty? If it is level 1, student will be asked to submit a revised scripts within a time period. Within 6 months, they have to resubmit the thesis. If it is a 10 to 40% of similarity. If it is a 40 to 60% of similarity, student will be debarred from submitting a revised script for 1 year. They could not be submitted dissertations or thesis report for 1 year. Please kindly note. And the similarity is more than 60%. The student program registration will be cancelled. The PhD may be cancelled. Right? This questions comes regularly. They use net examinations, and this is for the PhD. Okay, it's the same thing for the article when you go for submissions, any journals. These things. Student will be asked to submit a review scripts within a stipulated time period of 6 months. And I'm just talking this one. It is there clearly. It seems okay. Yeah, here it is there. Shall be asked to withdraw the manuscript. The level 1, like they can withdraw the manuscript. The level 2 shall be asked to withdraw the manuscript, shall be denied to write 1 annual increment. Even the institution can stop 1 annual increment for the people, those having the second level of plagiarisms. And level 3 shall be asked to withdraw the manuscript automatically. All the level 1, level 2, the first is a withdraw, and the denied right for the 2 successive annual increment. They are not allowed to 2 years of annual increment. Shall not be allowed for the supervisor to any new master degree. Even the guide cannot be allowed to do any kind of guidance supervising. These are the way they made some kind of UGC guidelines. Can we discuss some question in this? Because the last 2 years, this kind of questions comes regularly. I'm just discussing these questions now. Are you ready now? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now the question for you. Yeah. In the submission of thesis, if the student found a committed plagiarism level 3, I'm talking about level 3, as per the user guidance 2018 of the plagiarism, the following penalty will be imposed. What is the penalty?
Option A.
Option B.
Yeah. Option A. Check with this.
Option B.
A.
Option B. Option B.
Option
B.
Option?
B.
Yeah, option
B.
yes. Option B.
Registered.
Student registered for the program shall be cancelled. Right? So what is the first option? Which is the first option? For which level? First option, correct?
Second.
It is for the level 1. It is for the level 2. It is for the level 2. It is for the level 2. This is for the level 3. What about the students shall be debarred from submitting the revised thesis for 6 months? This is for the level?
Level 1.
Level 1. This is for the level 1. It's for level 1. Right. A similarity of 57% detected in the thesis submitted the students. As per the UGC 2018 plagiarism,
Level 2.
student has to committed
Level 2.
It's a level 2. It's a level 2. What is the level? 42? 60%.
60. 40 to 60.
Yeah. What is the 14%? Where it comes? 14%?
Level 1.
Level 1.
Level 1.
Level 1.
What is the 42% where it comes?
Level 2.
Level 2.
Level 2.
Sir.
Level 2. Please, because the last 2 years this questions comes regularly. I hope this time also may comes at least 1 or 2 questions in this. Okay. Yeah. Now the question: UGC care has been set up for promoting what? What will be answer? Kindly find this a very appropriate answer for this. Sarada, please. Sarada, please don't do this candidate. UGC care has been set up promoting. Which are the correct answer? It should be qualitative research. Is correct or wrong? It's only for
Qualitative.
qualitative research. Yeah. Then
Qualitative.
academic integrity is correct.
Academic. Publication ethics.
No, international collaborative research.
Third one, sir.
Is C, sir.
Which is an
E
answer?
also, A, B, C.
Sir, C.
International collaboration.
No, madam. UGC care is not promoting international collaboration, man.
Sorry,
It's
sir.
only checking. Okay, international collaborations, now the scopus and all we can do this, but UC cannot emphasize that things. Okay, that is please kindly read this that UC care that objectives. So one this the first one qualitative research, academic integrity, publication ethics. This is a way we can get this answer for ABC. Okay. Okay, thank you. Anyway, the good attempt. Anyway, good attempt to all the participants. Can you move to the next level of questions? Hope you don't have any doubts, right? Yes. Now these are questions like some of the statistics, but normally they ask not more statistics, but you must know the basic fundamental of statistics. The scales of measurements called nominal scale. It is called as a label like a categorical variable, and ordinal scale also should be categorical variable. Normally, the nominal and ordinal scale is called categorical. The nominal scale is called naming variable. Normal is called naming variable. This is called naming variable. Ordinal scale is called order variable. Ordering. Order means like a ranking variable. So it's called as a ranking variable. Now the question for you: which variable is called as naming variable? Which variable is called naming variable?
Nominal.
Right. What about gender?
Nominal
Gender is part
scale.
of the gender is a nominal scale or not ordinal scale?
Nominal.
Is a nominal.
Nominal.
Okay. Birth order is a nominal scale or ordinal scale?
Ordinal.
Ordinal.
Ordinal, sir. Ordinal.
It's a
Ordinal, sir.
ordinal. Okay. Satisfaction level, is it a nominal scale or an ordinal scale?
Ordinal.
Satisfaction.
Ordinal.
It's
Ordinal.
Ordinal.
there is a level. Whenever you find the level like low, moderate, high, automatic is an ordinal. There is a scale. Please, someone's are putting all ticks. Okay, and just remove the tick 1 minute. Sometimes I'm taking 15 more minutes. Is it okay to all of you? Take 15 more minutes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, listen. The interval scale. It is interval scale and ratio scale is called as a continuous data. Both is called continuous. Both is called continuous. But Indian scale basically is called as a psychological variable. The psychological variable. The ratio scale is called physical variable. Generally, is called physical variable. Physical variable is able to view from our eyesight. The psychological variable we cannot able to measure through our eyesight. That's the difference between the interval scale and ratio scale. And there is a zero property, like absolute zero property is only meant for ratio scale only. Please, this is a question that comes regularly. So wherever you're finding the terms called absolute zero is part of the ratio scale. Absolute zero is part of the ratio scale. The way the ratio scale and the interval scale differ only in the case of absolute zero score only. Because the physical variable, there is a chance to reach the zero score, but the psychological variable never reaches zero score. It will never be reaches zero. Therefore, this is a way the scales of measurement. Do you know who is that founder of the scales of measurement? The founder of scales of measurement? The founder of
Partition.
what is the name? No. I'm talking about the scales of measurement. Steven, his name is Steven. It's not a Fisher. His name is Steven. The Steven is a person. Yeah, Steven. He's a person. Fisher is for the F test. Okay. The Steven is the man to create here this kind of 4 kinds of scales of measurement. Okay. And just come to here. Yeah. This is a sometimes it asking this question may come to net examination. Parametric, non-parametric, parallel, but this question not regularly, but sometimes there will be chance only for few percentage there will be chance to come, because normally it comes to the second paper only, not the first paper. The independent sample test is for the non-parametric is called Mann-Whitney test. Okay, Mann-Whitney test is equal from the non-parametric. Per sample test is equal for the Wilcoxon rank test or sign test. One way ANOVA is called the Kresker values, and repeated measures for ANOVA is called as a Frederman. These are the parallel form. And the Pearson rank correlation is equal to the Spearman rank correlation in the case of non-parametric. And I'm just giving this insight about this one. Yeah, I'm talking about this one, like the different 1 minute, different types of scales. I'm sorry, I'm just going very fastly. Okay, I'm just asking the question. What way the parametric and non-parametric statistics differ? What is the way the parametric non-parametric differ? Any idea? What way the parametric non-parametric statistics differ?
If the data is normal, then they are said to be parametric.
Parametric test.
Yes, correct. I'm just giving the 3 points, so I'm just going to go with the 3 points now, and based on that, just explain it. 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, so I hope you have the whiteboard now. I'm just going to write things here. So there is a three, basically there is a three properties or three characteristics. We can find the parametric, non-parametric. Parametric, please kindly bear with my poor handwriting. Non-parametric, okay, non-parametric. So what way the parametric, non-parametric, we can define this based on some of the criteria. The first criteria is in curve, okay. So based on the curve. So if it NPC comes, if a normal probability comes, it is called as parametric. We can go with the parametric statistics. If it a free distribution comes, if it a free distribution means other than the NPCs comes, we can go with this non-parametric. This is the first property. NPC means non-probability curve, okay, and free distribution is for the non-parametric. The second characteristics, the sample size. The second characteristic is sample size. The sample size is large. The sample size is large. Then you can go with a parametric. If sample size is very small in nature, then you can go with this non-parametric. The third condition go with a parametric, non-parametric, is based on the data. If it is a continuous data, is nothing but which are things may be come to the continuous data. It is nothing but
Quantity.
interval. Yes, it's interval or
Interval
ratio.
and ratio.
If the data sets is satisfying the interval ratio, we can go with the it's called as the continuous, or we can go with the parametric. If it is categorical, which are things may become the
Nominal
categorical?
and ordinal.
It is a
Nominal
nominal.
or-
It
and
is a
ordinal.
nominal or ordinal. If it nominal or ordinal data sets, go with the non-parametric. The last condition based on the measures of central tendency. If your data sets, if you are doing this
Mean.
calculation based on the mean base, suppose if you are doing the calculation based on the mean basis, then you can go with this parametric. If you are doing the calculation based on the median basis, then we can go with this non-parametric.
Non-parametric.
Therefore, there's a four conditions we can go with the parametric and non-parametric. The condition one, curve, is like a NPC or non-NPC, and sample size and data type as well as the MC, measures of the tendency. I mean, any doubts in this? This question sometimes maybe comes the examination. Sometimes, okay. Sometimes, not always. Okay. Yes, I'm just moving to variables. Sometimes the questions may come the variables area. Do you know what is called variable? What is called variable? The variable.
Anything which is changeable, sir, that is called as variable.
Everything is changeable. Like the things can be changeable, but there is a difference between the variable as well. The constant never be changeable, but the variable can changeable. And in the case of variable, we have the different names. Is there? I'm just going to the names very fastly. The name is like independent variable, dependent variable, quantitative variable, qualitative variable. It's based on the context. It's not like this. Based on the context. Intervening variable, moderating variable, extraneous variable, confounding variable, control variable, composite variable. Like there's plenty of variables there. The independent variable is nothing but causing variable, right? So it is like a manipulating variable in the case of experimental method. The dependent variable is like a measuring variable that's called as a measure variable. PK, please kindly don't do any kind of tick mark. Quantity variable, the variable can be measured in a quantable measurement like amount. The qualitative variable is not be measured in a numerical format. It's called non-numerical, right? As best example, male and female is like a category qualitative variable. Name like a male is a qualitative, female is a qualitative. It's not be, we cannot give any kind of magnitude measurement in this. Intervening variable, the variable which create a cause and connections between the other steady variable. Like for example, there's a third variable might influence the independent variable, dependent variable, that is called as an intervening variable. Similarly, the moderating variable also me having kind of which creates some kind of strength and weaken in the intervening variable. If possible, I'm just giving this with diagram. It gives this answer for you. I'm just giving this the different types of variable with this things. The independent variable is a causing variable. This is a dependent variable y. And the independent variable also called as an exposure variable, explanatory variable, manipulated variable. The manipulated variable in the case of experimental method, the variable that we can control it. So in this case, control variable, independent variable is controllable because the manipulation done by the investigator, this will be control variable. Dependent variable, 1 minute. Sorry. Yeah, the dependent variable. I remove all on, sorry for this, okay. Yes. Yes, hope you are getting this, the second one. Yeah, dependent variable, the variable that we can be observed or measured is called dependent variable. I'm just going to write something. Okay, right. So in this case, the effect variable, it's an effect variable. Dependent variable is also called outcome variable, explain variable, response variable. The variable which you are measuring, which you are observed, is called as a dependent variable. Okay. And if it only x and y, there is no problem. When it comes to z, we have different role: confounding variable, mediating variable, moderating variable. Like this, plenty of role is there. And please kindly look onto this diagram. Confounding variable, if the third variable might affect both x and y. Listen, the air mark is very important. If the third variable is that affect both x and y, then it's called as a confounding variable. Confounding variable may affect the x and y. That extraneous variable, so the difference between the confound variable and extraneous variable, the extraneous variable only affect the dependent variable, not the independent variable. Hope you understood. The difference between compounding variable as well the extraneous variable, the confounding variable may affect both independent variable and dependent variable, but the extraneous variable, the third variable, it may be affect only the dependent variable. Can I ask the question now? Which variable, which type of variable may affect which type of the third variable which may be affect only the dependent variable? What is the answer for this?
Extraneous.
It is called extraneous variable. Which is the third variable which may be affect both x and y?
Confounding.
It is called confound variable. Confound variable, it may be affect both x and y, but in the case of extraneous variable, it may be affect only the y only. So this is the diagram also I'm sharing you. Okay. So this way we can easy to find which may be independent variable, which may be dependent. And there's a moderating variable. Normally the moderating variable is like a categorical variable, isn't? The moderating variable is always a categorical variable, and this is going to moderate both and x and y. So this is going to affect this x and y influences. It may be affect this the influences of x and y only. It may be affect. And mediating variable, this is called mediating variable. That diagram, x tends to y, and so x tends to z and z tends to y. So this is a way that z acts as a mediator. Z acts as a mediator. So therefore the x may be affect this y through the z. Therefore it's called mediating. I'm asking the question. If the third variable, it acted as a center to moderate the effect of both independent variable, dependent variable, what kind of variable is this? The third variable is moderating the influence of x and y. What may be called? What may be called?
Moderate.
It is moderating. Suppose that the variable x influence through the z which happened to the y. What kind of variable is this?
Mediating.
It is a mediating. Hope you understood. It is based on this way the question may be vary. This very simple path diagram. You can see this. There is an independent variable. This is a dependent variable. The moderated, it's maybe affect the influence only. But the mediated variable, they extends to z tends to y. The confounder variable, both it's affect both x and y, right? This is another example. The same thing. This is an example. It's very important example. Confounding variable is both affect x and y. Extraneous variable, where is affect only? It's affect only
Why?
dependent variable.
Only Y.
Okay.
Only Y.
Only y. It's not be x and y. So this way some questions maybe comes. Can we go with some questions related to the variable now? Can we go with some questions related to the variables? I'm just asking some. I'm just find some questions related to the variables. Yeah, independent variable. Match the following. Independent variable. What is the independent variable? What is the independent variable?
Change in another variable.
Variable which
Yeah.
can
Which is the
That
correct
can
answer?
bring change in another variable.
The variable which can bring changes in another
change in
variable.
another
Therefore,
variable.
yeah, therefore the answer this one. Yes. What is the confounding variable? Confounding variable.
A fourth one.
The variable which may be affect the variable being
Fourth one.
studied. Being studied. Correct. It's called confounding variable. Okay. Then dependent variable.
Variable which the variations are caused due to
Due to the
changes in
change of some other
other
variable.
variable.
Correct. This is a third, right? So dependent variable, the variable which can be variations caused due to the change in the some other variable. And intervening variable.
Variable which might be in the process or outside the process but bring change in dependent
Dependent
variable.
Okay, it will be act as an intervene. It will be acting as intervene. Madhu Sumita, I'm just sharing once again my screen. Very simple. I'm just explaining the concept once again. For the moderator as well as the mediator. Yeah. So you can see this diagram. You can get some idea about this. Okay. Yeah. This is called mediator. Listen, the mediator, uh, just the mediator, this one, mediator x tends to z, x tends to z, and z tends to y. You can see this arrow mark, how that, okay. So actually that x in fact, no. So it's going to like x tends to z, z tends to y. This is called as a moderator. So mediator, because the z is act as a mediator. Z is act as a mediator for these two people. And what is called moderator, if he extends to y, no, if he extends to y, that z is create a affect in the strength, the relation between the x and y is going to affect the relation between the x and the strength of the x and y is going to affect with the use of the moderate third variable. That normally the moderate variable is a categorical variable. Moderating variable is a categorical variable. Any doubts, Madhusmita? Hope you are getting this. Right?
No,
The
sir.
ARM must give this answer for this. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Now, can we go to the next level? I'm taking 10 more minutes. So, yeah. Sampling error and all is not being essential now. You know that there is a different probability sampling. One is called, there's a two kinds of probability sampling. One is called, sampling, so probability sampling, non-probability sampling. Sampling, simple random sampling based on the random number. So if you have 1,000 people, give this lot. Based on the lot, you can identify the 10 or 15. Like suppose you need 100 people, go with the lot. From the lot, you are taking the people. That is called as a simple random. And systematic sample is nothing but you have the 100 sample, we have 1,000 people, take the 10, for example, first 10, 10th number, 20th number, 30th number. Like this, you can take some kind of sequential order and take the sample. Take the sample, that is called as a systematic sample. There will be systematic order to select the sample. And stratified sample is nothing but we can divide this sample in a different strata like male, female, for example, male, female. So male, I need a 50 members, female, I need a 50 members. What I'm going to do, so the male, I can have some lot and female, I have the lot, I can take the 50-50. So I'm giving this importance to this data. Therefore, I divide this data based on this data, I'm taking the sample. That's called stratified. Cluster sample, instead of going to this data, we can go with a different group. For example, class A, there is a class B, class C, there is a different classes there. So instead of taking each sample from different own classes, I can take the entire sample from that sample, I mean, group B and group C. Like you can take this, the whole sample at a stage, like a cluster, you're taking this group. That is called as a cluster sampling. But here, the group we are taking is a random. That first called cluster random sampling. We are taking as a group as a random. The first called cluster probability sampling. And similarly, we have non-probability sampling. It's called convenience sampling. For example, wherever the people are very proximity for me, and just go and collect the data. It's called as a convenience. There is no randomization. Voluntary response, those are willing, they can give the responses. That is called voluntary. Like normally, it's nothing but this one. Like WhatsApp, we are sending a message to fill in the data set. No, that's called voluntary. The people come forward and give the response. And purposes sampling is purely like a qualitative research. The people are using it. When all the non-probability they're using it, the purpose sampling, it is particularly for the sample population very small in number, and when you take the particular sample representation only, you fulfill the research objective, the research objective, then we can go with this the purpose, that particular sample. That is called purpose sampling. Suppose I'm doing the research for the problems of the English medium students, or I'm taking this, I'm taking the problems of the English medium students of Kasaragod, for example. So I'm taking only the English medium school, the sample group only, because without taking the English medium schools, we could not be fulfill the objectives of the research. Therefore, there is a specific purpose to select the particular sample represent. Therefore, it's called purposes. Similarly, normally the people taking a very less sample, for example, hearing impaired, there will be a what is that? Dyslexia. You can identify the people very less sample, that particular sample only you can be able to fulfill this research objective, then you can go with this. And then it's called snowball sampling. So snowball sampling is nothing but you can identify only one sample. From the sample, that sample maybe give this another sample. It give that another introduction to another sample. This sample is give the other introductions to another sample. This is a way our sample may be little bigger. For example, snowball is nothing but a very small one. When you scroll, when you, what is that? When you what is that? Fall down in that snowball. When you rotate, the final comes a very big one. That's called a snowball. Start with a small one, but when it comes rounded with the different people, it comes a very big one. The same way, just start with a small 1 or 2 sample. For example, I want to do the research in the case of this people, like sexual worker. or I'm going to do this research in the transgender. So I can find one or two sex worker here. Then from the sex worker, I can find the another sex worker community there. From the sex worker, I can put the another sex worker sample. This way, I can be able to connect the different people in a snowball. This is called as a non-probability sampling. And so the things, there's a tools and techniques, you know this, like tool construction steps. This is, you know this, what is a tools construction? We need to be planning the tool, and the item writing is needed, and the preliminary draft and pilot study and reliability validity, and final draft we need to do. So this way we can do this research. These are the types of research. This is the things. I've shared this PPT. The different types of validity is there. This is a PPT, I am sharing it. So if you use it, it may be good for both paper 1, paper 2. I already compiled all the things. And we have some questions related to statistical analysis. This we discussed about parametric, non-parametric previously. And yeah, some of the
Sir,
questions.
please share this PPT, sir, please.
Sure, surely, sir. The end of section, I will share this PPT. It's having 154 slides. If you look onto the slides, the entire first paper and slide will be covered moreover. And there's an ICT tools. Instead of going with that discussions, I mean, the deliberation, just directly go to some questions discussions. That will be helping for you. Some of the ICT based some questions. Yeah, right. The first question for you. Which is the ICT tools commonly used for qualitative data analysis? Any idea? Qualitative. No, qualitative. Please kindly check with this terms qualitative. Qualitative. Yeah, please. I request Yeah, please. I request the participants. Don't what is that? Find the answer very fastly. Kindly give this time to read the questions, because sometimes the question you might be very familiar, but when you see this, when instead of reading a qualitative, when you reading as a quantity, answer may be SPS only. Therefore, take your own time to read the question twice. Always read the question twice and then find the answer. Don't be hurry-burry, give the answer. Don't be studying the answer with the hurry-burry. Request all the participants. The answer is in vivo, right? Which is an IC tools commonly used for survey for data analysis in research?
SPSS, sir.
Survey automatically is an SPSS. How can ICT tools like data analysis software benefit for the researcher? What purpose we are using it? ICT for data analysis software.
By providing tools for data analysis and visualization.
The more accurate answer in this case, second options, by providing tools for data analysis and visualization. The first one, discouraging collaboration. This are the negative answer we cannot give. This for automation is not correct. Data collection is not possible. Data collection, we are using different kind of form we are using it. And how does ICT benefit for research? So please kindly identify very most relevant answer in this. How does ICT benefit in research?
By enhancing data collection analysis.
Yeah, it will be a first answer because more relevant is first answer, by enhancing data collection analysis distributions. In research, what is the primary purpose of using ICT tools for literature review? They asking about the ICT for literature review.
Second option.
To reduce the quality of literature, no, it's
The
not at
second
all
option.
correct. To
Option
facilitate the
B.
search for the relevant research articles, correct. It's an option B, right? The eliminate is not correct. By bypass is not correct. SP stands for
Statistical process and survey solution.
Yeah, please listen. Normally, the people are talking about experience statistical package for social science. It is a old abbreviation.
Statistical package for social science.
That is a old abbreviation. Statistical package for social science is an old abbreviation. But when the IBM take this of SPSS, they changed the abbreviation of SPSS. Statistical product and service solution. The answer C is correct. Statistical product and service solution. It is for the SPSS abbreviation of the IBM version. Hope you understood. IBM version, this is an abbreviation, statistical product and service solution. But the previous, before the IBM taking this, the name is called as a statistical package for social science. And which are the following software are used for data analysis and research?
SPSS.
Please, no. Don't find the answer immediately. There is this like a multiple answers in this.
Sir, ACE.
AC, yeah. So SPSS, Microsoft Teams is not for the like data analysis, it's only for this kind of meeting only. Therefore, it's not correct answer. Microsoft Excel we are using for data analysis. Prezi
Yes.
software is for the presentation. PSBB is same like SPSS. There is also another software we are using for data analysis. Therefore, answer is SPSS, Microsoft Excel, and PSBB. And which are the
PSPP, sir.
PSBB? Yeah. Which
What
are the
is
following?
PSPP?
Sorry, ma'am.
What is PSPP?
Madam, there is a software. I'm just showing this PSPP. It is a software same like SPSS. PSBB, the free software solution. Hope you are getting this, right? The free
Yes,
software
sir.
solutions. The same like a SPS interface only. So we can do similar kind of SP analysis with software. Okay, it's a data analysis software. Yeah. Which are the following is for the qualitative data analysis? Qualitative.
QDA minor light.
Yeah, QDA. Just you can see this QDA minor. Okay, QDA minor light. The QDA minor light is a data analysis for this. This is for the qualitative data analysis, free qualitative data analysis. QDA minor light for the qualitative data analysis. And okay, and yeah, which are the following most appropriate important training in SPSS? A software package used for statistical analysis. Which mode of SPSS training is will be better? It will be a workshop mode, conference mode, seminar for or a collective.
Workshop.
Workshop.
It's a workshop. It's a workshop mode, right? Fine. So this is part of the ICT, and the last one is called research ethics. The last one is the research ethics. I'm discussing with the questions instead of these are the slide as I'm sharing. These are the databases for ICT. I'm just discussing here, and the last part is related to the research ethics. We have a lot of research ethics, and just to give this name of the research ethics, I'm just sharing this. This is for these are the research ethics. The research ethics having these are the characteristics like accuracy. The same like we discussing the objectives also part of the credibility, confidential is needed, transparency is needed, honesty is needed, protecting is needed, authenticity very essential, originality of the content is important, plagiarism. These are the research ethics things are there. And just discuss with the questions instead of going with deliberation. I mean that content and just started with the discussion. Which stage of research is considered the issue of research ethics? Anyone? Which is the stage the research ethics, I mean, research issues, ethics issues may be comes? The stage of problem formulation, the stage of data collection, interpretations, and reporting and finding, and defining the population research.
At the stage of reporting
and finding.
Reporting and finding. Okay. Is it here only?
Data collection.
Even the data collection interpretation. It will be data collection because normally we are not doing a proper data collection interpretation. We are not writing it. Okay. This is starting stage for the research ethics to be issues here. Pick this as acceptable issues for the research ethics. Which is an issues here? Faulty research design, inaccurate. Here talking about research ethics. Inaccurate application status of reporting a research finding, choice of sampling techniques, which may be a sustainable
application of statistical techniques.
Reporting of
research finding. Like, these are the things not relevant to research ethics. Inaccurate applications, it's not our problem. It's not a research. We can use any applications. Inaccurate applications are related to the research innocence. We doesn't know how we can use it. That is not a research ethics. Research ethics related to the reporting the research findings. And what is the primary purpose of research ethics?
To protect the rights and well-being of research participants.
Correct. So the first one, to ensure the researcher never share the finding. Is it correct? Is a research ethics?
No.
Yeah, sometime it will be openness needed. Okay, the answer is protect the rights of well-being research participants. The problem of research ethics is concerned with which aspect of research activities? The problem of research ethics is concerned with aspect of research activities. Follow the prescribed format of thesis, evidence-based research reporting, data analysis with qualitative and quantitative techniques, define the population of research.
Evidence-based research reporting.
Evidence-based. The problem of research is concerned which aspects of research is like evidence-based. It's like evidence-based is evidence-based. What is the principle of confidentiality of research ethics? Principle of confidentiality in research ethics. The last question, give the answer for this. One more question is that, like, what is the principle of confidentiality? Confidential means we need to keep confidential in the research findings. Sometimes, it's not always. To ensure the
one.
research
Ensure the
participant
first
identity
Second one.
responsibility.
Second one.
It means
First
research
one.
should disclose all the findings
First one.
of the public. Is it correct? It's to request the research to always work secret, to encourage sharing the research data with anyone who asks. Is that
The
correct
first
answer?
one.
Sorry?
First
It
one.
requires researcher to always work in secret.
Is
So the
it?
first one.
To ensure the research part identify. Listen, here the
Number four.
confidential, it is a confidence not from the that doing the research secretly. It's not correct. Instead of that, we need to keep
It
the confidence
ensures
in
that
these people
research
identity.
participants
We cannot share this the sample because we are doing the research with this what is that human being. We cannot reveal the sample identity. Right? Therefore, what is the answer in this case? What is the correct answer? What is the
number
correct
one.
number one? To ensure the research participant, because that is confidence we need to give. For example, you are doing the medical research. Some people come for some counseling. We cannot reveal the persons what is the problem for them, right? We cannot reveal anyone. So that is the things we need to be considered as for the confidentiality. Last question. Which principle of research ethics emphasize that the participant should be fully informed about the study purpose, risk, and benefits before giving the consent? So normally, before doing the data collection, we are giving one letter to the participants or the institution. What is the letter?
Informed consent.
Informed consent.
Informed consent. This letter is needed, informed consent. Okay. So this way we have to look onto this ethics. Hope you are seeing this. Just showing this once again the syllabus of the unit 2. We already discussed everything. If you have any doubts, kindly ask me now. So sorry, I'm just showing this. It start with the research meaning, types, statistics, methods, and steps of research. And we are talking about the APA and different research format and application of IC research and research ethics. These are the main components of the research aptitude unit. Hope you are getting some idea how to face this the research aptitude questions, the examinations. Any doubts? If you have doubts, you can ask me now. If you have doubts, please.
Kindly share the
Thank you,
PPT,
sir.
sir.
I
Thank
will
you, sir.
share the PPT in the group. Okay, don't worry. Okay. Yeah. Now, if you have any doubts, please ask me. If you have doubts.
Positivity or post positivity?
Madam Madhu Shumita, positivism, it is like a quantitative, and post-positivism is a qualitative, but the exact answer, if you ask in the USNET examination, the option is that you can select as a mixed method because they given as a mixed method. Normally, now most of this is doing the mixed method. It's like a post-positivism, like a modern way we're doing the research. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Give us a mixed method. That's fine. It's not. Any other questions?
Very nice presentation, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. So it was very useful session and presentation was awesome.
Oh, thank you. Finally, I'm just going to conclude with my. If you want to know more about, research materials, there is my website. It's already I share in the group. Okay, that's called digigog.info. In this, I'm already compiled all the resources related to the paper 1, paper 2, paper 2 for education or for the other subjects. You can get it from this. I'm just sharing this link in the chat box. From this, you can find all the resources related to the that. Our Usenet examination. I'm just sharing this. When you go to the digigog.info, when you scroll down, you can find out there is a separate link. It's called Usenet execution. There you can find all the resources like paper 1, paper 2, and especially now we have only 10 days time only. I request all the participants go to the mock test. When you go to the mock test, I already compared nearly 650 mock tests, nearly 650 mock tests. You can attempt at least per day 1, 2 or 3 tests, right? Even all the what is that answers key, everything's I given there. So kindly look onto this. Every day you can attend at least 3 or 4 examinations. Do the tryout. Like a practice, very important phenomena to get the success of the USNET examinations. Do practice regularly with this much of practice questions. More than 675 practice question is there. So kindly click one by one. You can go with 10 days per day. It will be helpful for you. So now I'm just going to stop my screen. Thank you so much for your patient
Thank you
listening
so
and
much,
active
sir.
participations. So kindly support. So because your success is our success of our program, I request all to um, do continuously practice and get this the good success in this examination. So thank you all. for your patient active participations.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so
Okay,
much.
thank you, thank you. I will share this PPT.
Thank you so
Don't
much.
worry, I will share
Thank
it.
you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
Okay, thank you all, thank you all. Yeah, so we can
Thank you,
wind
sir.
up this meeting now. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. Right, Rajkumar, we can wind up this meeting.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Na. Thank you for
Thank you,
valuable
sir.
insights. I hope participants may understand about research aptitude. Dear participant, we have another one session tomorrow morning 6:30. That is a reading comprehension. We have a
Yes, sir.
resource person from uh, Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh, Dr. Vikas Patnagar, and simultaneously we have one session at evening 6:30. Dr. Balasubramanian from Thiyagu College of Sabtas, who will handle the session on mathematical reasoning. And thank you. We will meet on tomorrow.
Yeah.
The
Every day
meeting
the
is
full
officially
session will
ended.
be there. Please don't miss that sessions. I request all the participants kindly join this session. Kindly support us. Thank you all. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Very useful to us, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Sir, is it possible to get the morning sessions recording, sir?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I will post in the group, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.